It's STS with DSP time. I've already got some of you chime in here. Yes, Chris Schoenberger, thank you for telling me it's your name because Facebook still doesn't want to play with outside apps. So, for those of you who are joining me live on Facebook, make sure you type in your first name or your name, I should say, because maybe I don't know. There could be 3 Davids, 5 Davids on here. So, give me your name and your comment so I know who I'm talking to, whether it's a good morning or a question for later. If you're on YouTube, make sure you're logged into your account. That way you can participate in the chat. We've got our good mornings here. We've got Steve Ellers in the house, Director of Ops Extraordinaire. We've got Ryan James is here. Let's get some knowledge bombs. There is a member mentor extraordinaire. Who else we got going here? We've got IBAN. What up? Good morning. I like the strong symbol. We are there. If you are joining me live, we got a whole bunch of you. Make sure you say hi. Again, if you're on Facebook, type in your name first because the connection's no longer working for me to see your name for the chat. I've got Hot Dog Eddie's is in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Kim Newsom is in the house. What's going on? I love my regulars. I love that you guys are here. Shaheen is in the house. What's up, my friend? It is good to have you. America's Best Restaurants in the house. Avery, I thought you weren't going to make it. What up, dude? It's good to have you here. I thought you were not going to make it, but you are here. We got Backwoods Burgers. Good morning. Loved your menu video this week. Thank you very much. I hope so. I mean, I do my best. I put out a lot of content. Sometimes it gets difficult finding something new. Mark Rizzo, good morning. What's up? What up? What up? It is good to have the peeps, my peeps, you all here with me today. We're going to get started here in just a second. But again, if you've just joined, if you're on Facebook, one of my 2 private Facebook groups, make sure you type in your name first when you type in a comment you want me to see, because they've broken the connection with all external apps, so I cannot see who I'm talking to. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you are logged in so I can see your name and you can participate. We got an hola. Ryan is in the same room as I need to log in to hear what's going on today. I'm going to guess that is Neely. We've got, yes, it's Neely. I figured that one out all by myself. All right, let's get started, shall we? Let me get this thing working. Oh, come on now. We need a battery. Need a battery. There we go. Welcome to Shoot the Shit with DSP. STS with DSP happens every Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, live on Facebook and YouTube, travel schedule permitting. We're going to invest about 30 minutes out of your day to get pumped about the upcoming week and get excited about crushing your goals and finding the motivation to be the best you possible. Plus, I'll answer your burning questions. I'm Dave Scott Peters, creator of the Restaurant Prosperity Formula and your coach. Today, we're diving into a topic close to my heart, the critical role of passion and leadership within the hospitality industry. So grab a cup of coffee, let's get inspired together. Again, before we get full into this, if you're joining me on one of my 2 private Facebook groups, make sure that you are what? You type in your name before you leave a comment or a question so I know it's you, because we've lost that connection. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you're logged in your account so you can participate. Let's get started. In my book, Restaurant Prosperity Formula, What Successful Restaurateurs Do, I talk about 2 personality traits. 2 personality traits of the most successful restaurant owners I've ever worked with. And they happen to be passion for hospitality and persistence. I want to focus today on passion for hospitality. Let's start by defining what we mean by passion in the context of hospitality. It's the deep-rooted love for creating unforgettable experiences, creating memories for our guests, and a relentless drive to serve, and an unwavering enthusiasm for all things dining. But more than that, it's what compels us to strive for excellence and constantly seek improvement. So why is passion the cornerstone of successful leadership in our field? Let's dive into that. In this industry, we face our fair share of challenges, right? Being it navigating scheduling challenges, tackling product shortages, or dealing with unfair social media reviews. I've seen firsthand how passion acts as a beacon during these tough times. It's the spark that keeps us innovative, the strength that keeps us fighting. Odds are great that your story exemplifies what I'm talking about. How passion for hospitality is what makes you get up every morning and do what you do on a daily basis. See, if you've ever had that situation where you've lost your passion, you know the opposite is absolutely true. Going into the restaurant every day can feel like a pit of despair. If this is you right now, you must reignite your passion or this business will eat you alive. Now consider the power of passion as a tool to inspire and motivate your team. A leader's enthusiasm is infectious. It breeds a culture of engagement and commitment. When your team sees your genuine passion, they're more likely to go above and beyond, creating an environment where excellence is the norm. Let's talk about how we can harness this powerful tool. In this journey of leadership, especially within the vibrant yet demanding world of hospitality, one of the most powerful tools at your disposal is remembering and sharing your why. This why is the core reason you stepped in the industry in the first place. It's your personal mission statement, your guiding light. It could be a passion for bringing people together for a meal, a love for culinary innovation, or a desire for creating a space where memories are made. Doesn't matter what it is. What is your why? Whatever your why is, keep it at the forefront of your mind. By doing so, it serves as a constant source of motivation. When times get tough, or when the daily grind seems to overshadow your enthusiasm, revisit your why. Remind yourself of the dreams and aspirations you set yourself on this path for. But don't stop there. Share this why with your team. Let them see how the heart, all that heart behind your why, is the heart behind your hustle. This transparency doesn't just build trust, it inspires. It turns your personal why into a collective mission, fueling a shared passion that elevates the entire team. After all, when people understand the purpose behind their work, they're not just employees, they're partners in a shared vision. So I encourage you to take a moment, reflect on your why, and find ways to weave that narrative into the fabric of your leadership and your restaurant's culture. Remember, sharing your why is not just about storytelling. It's about building a legacy of passion and purpose. Maintaining and sharing your passion with your team is crucial. I'll share some strategies on staying connected because when you stay connected to what made you fall in love with this industry in the first place, how to keep learning and growing, and ways to inject excitement into daily operations, this is a wonderful place to be. It's about creating that ripple effect, right? When you throw a pebble into a very still pond and that ripple effect, it just keeps expanding from you, the leader. In this case, the effect of enthusiasm throughout your restaurant because you're passionate about what you do. Here's how. Reflect regularly. Set aside time each week to reflect on positive experiences and feedback that remind you of why you started. It is so too easy to see all the things going on wrong around you, especially when we get those media reviews, that social media reviews that kick us right in the gut. Let's focus on the positive. We have a choice every day to do so. Reconnect with your roots. Occasionally, get back into the kitchen, serve tables, or engage directly with your guests. It's the hands-on way to remember the heartbeat of your business. Yes, my goal in life is to fire you as the owner, meaning I don't want you managing your business. I want you working on your business, not in it, which means I pull you out of the day-to-day operations. But I never said I ever wanted to pull you out of the ability to walk into your business and connect with your team, connect with your guests. What I don't want you on is the schedule. You've got to understand that you've got to keep learning, and that process is ongoing. The restaurant industry is always evolving, and so should you. Embracing continuous learning keeps you engaged and passionate. Consider attending workshops and seminars, whether it's about culinary trends, management techniques, or sustainability. Staying informed is key. Consider networking. Engage with peers. By doing so, this can inspire new ideas and reinvigorate your approach to business. Inject excitement into the daily operations. Bringing new life into your daily operations can invigorate both you and your team. And here are a few strategies for that. Innovate your menu. regularly experiment with new dishes or ingredients. It's an exciting way to engage with your cooks, your chef, your kitchen manager, and delight your customers. Theme nights or special events. Host themed dining experience or culinary events that bring new energy to your restaurant and offer something unique to your community. How about employee challenges? And I don't mean the negative kind, the positive kind. Create fun, engaging challenges for your staff, like who could sell the most new dishes or provide the best customer service, rewarding winners with meaningful prizes. Passionate leadership doesn't just affect you and your team. It profoundly impacts your guests. A restaurant led by somebody with a true love for hospitality offers an unmatched dining experience. Customers can feel the difference, leading to loyalty and word of mouth. And that is gold in our business. And how do we keep this flame alive? Passion is not a one-time deal. It's a continuous journey. It's easy to move from one task to another without taking a moment to celebrate successes. However, recognizing and celebrating every win, big or small, is crucial for sustaining passion. This means you've got to acknowledge your team's efforts, celebrate milestones, whether it's a record sales day or positive feedback from a customer or a successful event. You need to have personal recognition. Take time to reflect on your own achievements and the steps you've taken towards every one of your goals. Remember, the journey of a restaurant is a marathon, not a sprint. Maintaining your passion, well, it's key to longevity and success. Your longevity in this business, your success in this business, your team, your community, your passion is the spark, the fire that keeps everything burning, right? Because here's the deal. When that spark dies, so doesn't your business. That's why passion and leadership is so important. I want to thank you for joining me today. Remember, in this, hospitality industry, passion is more than just an ingredient. It's the special sauce that makes everything we do extraordinary. Keep that passion burning bright. Let it guide you to greatness. So until next time, stay passionate, stay inspired, and keep pushing forward. Cheers. That concludes my portion of STS with DSP. Now it's time for your comments, your questions. This is you time. I'm done with me time. Let me go backwards and see where we left off. We have Mark Rizzo, I saw. Here we go. There we go. I'm catching up. I've got an hola. That's a hello from Yvette. Good morning. It is wonderful to have you. It is good to see you. I got some fire from Ivan. What's up? I like fire. I hope that meant it was a good content and it motivated you. Daniel's in the house from Panama. What's up? I don't know about goat, brother, but I appreciate you. That is too kind. And Ivan says, when choosing brunch locations, what factors would you prioritize to ensure the best fit for establishment location? So I'm guessing you're saying when choosing brunch locations, you have multiple in the restaurant itself physically, or are you talking about brunch items? Ivan, if you could do me a favor, clarify that question for me, and I will come back to it. I've got a good morning from Jose at Chicago Taco. Good morning. It's good to have you, my friend. I hope you were here on time. Deja Wakefield's in the house. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you as well. I've got Randy Wong. What's going on from Louisiana? I love Louisiana. I've spent a lot of time down there speaking at shows. I've had some members down there, my old company. Angie, good morning. Loved message today. I'm talking to you in just a couple hours, if I remember correctly. Again, IBAN, make sure you're retyping your question for me, clarify it so I can answer it. I've got a Facebook user. I do not know what your name is. Remember, if you're on Facebook, though we've lost the connection, you got to type your name in first. I'm not saying my name. I'm not saying my name. Okay. I'm not saying my name, but I feel like this was a direct conversation to me. And you're 100% right. I've lost much of this, and I need to get it back somehow. I am too negative, and I'm sure my staff picks up on it. I too have forgotten my why. If this was about you, which it's not, it's about everybody. I run across people on a daily basis and discovery calls, coaching calls, one-on-one interactions, restaurant owners like you who have been beaten to shit. When we're in financial problems, especially, it can become, well, like the pit of despair. And if you know, that's a Princess Bride reference. But welcome to my house. We do have to find our way back. We do have to lean on our network of restaurant professionals who care about us. We do have to try something different. But if you can reconnect with your why, get energized, passionate again about what you're doing, the ideas flow easier. And as entrepreneurs, we all have those bad days. The key is not making them 2 days, 3 days, a year. Here's a message I tell people all the time. You may have heard me say this. We're human beings. We can have a bad day. We can cry. We can feel depressed. We can drink ourselves to sleep. We can eat ourselves to sleep. We can do any debauchery, anything that we want that makes us feel better for the moment. What we do the next day is what defines us. And the beautiful part about rediscovering your why is that spark of passion that starts the energy going forward. When we start to reassess backwards and say, look at all the things I did well. Take an inventory of the things you've done that are successful, even if they're small wins, and build on that instead of focusing on the hole we dug, the bricks and cinder blocks and the freaking cement that is weighing us down, suffocating us. Hope's important. Passion brings us hope. Ivan has re-typed in his question. When you look at to open a brunch restaurant, where do you put it? How do you choose a location? All right, so number one, I'm gonna say, if we're talking brunch, we mean breakfast. Here's a general thumb. And by the way, this is not my strength. So Ivan, when I give you the answer to this question, know that it is from my experience level. Okay. So when I was a franchisor, one of the things we would do when we look at locations is we wanted to find a location that had our demographic. But there's more to it. I want you to think about it this way. Who's the customer you're serving? That's going to be really important. Today, we call our demographic an avatar. Who are the people you're going to be serving, who are going to be spending money with you? Well, we need to find that. Because on a basic level, either I have to find a location that wants what I have, or I've got to find a location and give that neighborhood what they want. When we force something into a neighborhood they don't want, that's when failure really hits us hard. So now, remember, somebody lives here and somebody works here. And here's the direction to and from where I live and I work. Well, if I live here and there's not a lot of businesses, like there's not businesses and homes. There's not businesses, homes, and apartments. It's just homes, just apartments. Well, this may not be the place for certain restaurants because my demographic's going to work. Now, along that journey to work, I may have my breakfast restaurant on that side of the road that I can turn right. If I put it on the left through rush hour traffic, I may never get over, all of a sudden hurting me. But I may not have that breakfast restaurant where everybody works because by the time they get there, maybe they don't want to go to work. Don't know. Vice versa, I may not want a lunch place where people live, but I want a strong lunch place where people work. There's not a lot of rooftops, not a lot of apartments. It's just businesses. And when I go home, on the other side of the road may be where I want happy hour or dinner, that I can turn right, because if I have a turn left during rush hour, I'll never make it there. So you need to know who your avatar is, who your demographic is. Do the research from traffic patterns to other concepts in the area. You know, if you ever notice, Burger King always opens up, Wendy's always open up near a McDonald's because McDonald's did all the damn research. Are there other businesses that consumer takes part in? So when I was CEO or COO of Famous Sam's, 30-unit restaurant sports bar chain in Arizona, we opened up near Dare I say, this is how old I am, Kmart's, Walmart's, tire stores, oil change places, because we had a blue collar demographic that we knew that our customer was going to go to those kinds of businesses and would pull in. So I can't really give you a perfect answer, but you can. Hopefully, I've given you enough that can help guide you through that. All right, let's see here. We've got. Where am I? Sorry, I'm trying to read here. Here we go. What's up, Chef? Keith Taylor's in the house. It's a beautiful day for barbecue and soul here in Philadelphia. Thanks for the STS each week, David. Thank you, my friend. I miss me a little Philly. I don't remember. I grew up Atlantic City, New Jersey. Philadelphia, Schuylkill River was my home race course, so only an hour away. Good morning, Brad Hackert's in the house. What up, G? It is good to have you here. I was just thinking about you yesterday, believe it or not. Carlos says, to an honest person, watch DSP video 10 important questions for restaurant owners should ask themselves. Great stuff. Thanks, Carlos. I think that was the Mindset podcast just came out. Yvette says, thank you for this pep talk. I needed to get my pep in my step bag. I lose my balance when my husband and partner loses sight of bigger goals and the future of cake burgers. I'd love to learn more about it, but you're welcome. I was hoping so. I try and motivate. I try and teach. I try and do all these things. Jay says, in ideas to building specific day part, specifically more alcohol sales late night, full service casual with large patio and live entertainment. Jay, Rick and Jack's, Lake Charles, Louisiana. I don't think I've been to Lake Charles. Have I? I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what I really want you to think about. First of all, is do you want the late night crowd? Are those additional sales really what you want? Because they are going to beat the shit out of your bathroom. They are going to tax your restaurant. They're going to increase your liability. So we have to, one, decide, do we really want that? If we do, the next thing is, what will it take me to staff that? And depending on the state I'm in, and my liquor license, do I have to have the kitchen open? Because I could leave that kitchen open by requirement by law, because I have a food license that has a bar, not a bar license, if you will, that doesn't need food. Well, all of a sudden you could be bleeding all the money you're going to make with the labor of people standing around in the back doing nothing because they're waiting for a very little, like, a few $100s in orders for over a few hours. So that's something to consider. The next is looking at your day parts and truly understanding, will that additional revenue make me more money, or will it cost me in labor? Will it tax my business? Will it mean I need more management? And it may not be a win. Whereas maybe I need to maximize those busier days. Instead of trying to get those extra hour or two of liquor sales, certain evenings, do I need to try and get people to come in and start making reservations at 4:00 in the afternoon because we're that busy, and really maximizing those days we're cranking? Now, let's assume you've gone through all that, and this is exactly what you want. You've got to find what that demographic wants, who they are. Is it a safe space that we're a wine bar and high-end cocktails where women feel safe? Is it we want 3 people deep, asses to elbows, and we want them, be a great party location? Is it a dance place? Is it what? So I can tell you that I don't have a great answer for you, except for I want you to think about these things. I will tell you, though, that one of the greatest ways to increase your bar sales, at least during the weekdays, for sure, is a reverse happy hour for hospitality professionals. It means all the other restaurants that are shutting down, you're giving them happy hour pricing, but they got to show you a pay stub or their uniform, whatever, they're in uniform. They come into your place and they spend all their tips and hard-earned money each night. It's a long answer for, I don't know, I'd probably need to have a larger discussion with you, but hopefully that sparks some ideas for you. Let's see here. Brandon says, what's up, Brandon? Good morning, sir. Hope to catch with you soon. We could use some wisdom. Well, you know how to find me, dude, right? You know how to find me. You of all people. Thank you. Very helpful for my band. You're welcome, my friend. Facebook user. And as an owner of 4 decades, I've even adjusted my passion. Now I'm passionate about my team, and their passion about the guests. Who is that? I think that's great. Nobody said your passion didn't have to change, but I would tell you that if you could explore back to your why, it's still the spark that gets you there. Steve Aller says location, visibility, access, and parking. That has for you, Ivan. And where do I open this restaurant? Big Regatta is here, and they're just revamped all of Boathouse Row on Schuylkill. Good to see you fully back to rowing. Thanks, man. Yeah, when was I last in Philly? Last 4th of July, I rode the Independence Day regatta. I didn't do head of the Schuylkill this year. Love Philly. Love Philly. Absolutely. I'm assuming that was Chef Keith. Steve Eller, oh, I did that one. Okay, we're going back here. Jay, I attended workshop on Vegas last year. Fantastic. I'm going to be there. I have my 2 seminars coming up in Vegas. Next week, I'll be driving to, next weekend, I'll be driving to Las Vegas for Pizza Expo and Restaurant and Bar Expo. Seek me out. I've got 2, if anybody on here is going to be at those shows, at Pizza Expo, I've got 2 paid seminars, meaning you got to pay to get in there, at workshops, and then at Restaurant and or Bar and Restaurant Expo. I still want to call it Nightclub and Bar and Restaurant Expo. I've got a fee paid thing there too. Steve Eller shared the link for the podcast regarding the 10 mindset questions you've got to ask yourself. It's podcast 93. You can find it in all your popular podcasting services. Facebook user, whoever this is, remember you got to start typing your name in when you do this. I decreased my days and hours and lowered my prime cost and elevated my net. This kind of goes to that thing we talked about for the person who said, hey, in Louisiana, do I want to add more liquor? Sometimes profitability isn't all about extending hours. It's sometimes the opposite. But we need to do an analysis of your business. Jay says, I feel late night food sales can be our advantage. Can do with small staff. Okay. Then rock and roll. Just be consistent. Do not close that kitchen early. Whatever time that kitchen is up, and if it's to the minute, like do not close it early. Be consistent. Ryan here. Culture, passion, and your why are big parts of David's coaching program. Please grab a time on my calendar if you're interested in learning more about So you can go to, I'm actually can make it easier for you, Ryan. We've got the short URL. I got to make sure you have this. So Ryan is one of my member mentors. I'm an owner and went through the program and now helps me with other people. And here is the short one. To make life easier, Ryan, when you share it, it's https://DSP. That's me, David Scott Peters, .coach/talk-to-Ryan. And you can get on his calendar. It'd be 15 minutes of your time. He can learn more about you, your business, tell you what we do, see if there's a possible fit. And now we've got 2 programs. We've got, more options for everybody. We've got a year-long program and the fast-paced program. So make sure you check that out. All right, where am I? Jay says, yes, love that. Fantastic. We've got, Jay says, thank you. And we've got one more question here or comment. Today is my business 7th year anniversary. Raise the roof. Cheers if I had an alcoholic beverage. Anchor's Fish and Chips and Seafood Grill. It may not have been the best 7 years, but your content has guided me and motivated me to learn and grow. Thanks, DSP. Carlos, thank you. And happy anniversary. I want you to again celebrate the successes. You've just come through the 4 most difficult years of the restaurant industry. So you're a survivor, my friend. Now let's have a plan for success. Let's start to proactively run our business. That's budgets, that's systems, that's accountability, management, leadership. It's all the things. With that said, I want to thank each and every one of you for participating and sharing with me and being here with me on Fridays when I'm not traveling. I will be here again next week for Shoot the Shit with DSP. And then Saturday on my way to Vegas. Hopefully I'll see you there. Please introduce yourself. I'm happy I will be there from Saturday night to, when am I coming back? I'll be in town Saturday the 16th, and I will be driving back after my presentation at the Bar and Restaurant Expo on the 20th. So it's your time to connect. I'll be there. You know how to find me. Go out there and kick some ass, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you. Peace. We'll see you next week.